This is an Elddis Crusader Storm. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van we've got the jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll take you through these in person here on site. In the front locker you've got your gas regulator. We do have the gas pipe work available should you need it here on site, and you've got your 2 gas bottle tie downs at the front of the van here, where you can carry a maximum of 2 6kg propane gas bottles. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your wind down leg on either side of the front to stabilise the van. So the leg on the other side of the van will be in the same place but exactly opposite. You'd never lift the caravan with these legs, it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. Then got the heating and hot water flue. You need to remove this cover prior to igniting the heating and hot water system, either gas or electric. And we do advise you get into a habit of doing that, just so when you do need to ignite it on gas that it is fully removed. We've then got our water pump connection. There's a tab at the top here which locks it in place, and the same with at the bottom of the pump. And you'll remove the pump by pulling it out. The pickup pipe drops directly down inside the act roll itself, and you need to make sure the pump is fully submerged prior to turning the water pump on in water. You've then got your fridge vents, 2 fridge vents, very simply there to allow the hot air out the back of the fridge unit and take some cool air in. Behind the top flue you'll see cover on the right hand side here, which is for the gas flue itself. The wheels, we'll torque the wheel nuts before you leave site with the caravan, so you can see they've been tightened correctly. We'll do that, like I said, with you here, so you can see they have been done. Coming to the back of the caravan, you've got your 2 grey waste pipes at the bottom here, which allows the wastewater out of the caravan. So you'll have 2 bits of grey pipe that go into the large diameter holes, and they'll drop down inside the waste master at the back of the van. You've then got 2 wind down legs at the rear of the caravan to stabilise the caravan while it's on site. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your storage locker for underneath the bed at the rear of the van, and you've then got a toilet flush tank which you open up with the key, drop the flap down, you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. In the bottom you've got your toilet waste cassette. I'm just going to open that up so you can see how that works. So as you can see, we're now in the side locker, and we've got the toilet waste cassette which you pull up the yellow handle for at the bottom and pull the cassette towards you. The grey neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away. The yellow cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. Then you've got a yellow pressure relief button on the back of the cassette, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Like I said, it's 3.5 litres of water in the top with a cap full of the pink fluid, and 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid in the toilet waste cassette itself prior to use. Coming down towards the front, you've got a storage locker for underneath the front seating area. Got your battery locker. We have put a battery in there to demonstrate everything is working. And then you've got your awning warmer, so essentially you can have the heating on inside the caravan and it'll come out the vent here if you've got the blown air turned on. You've got your barbecue gas point and the last wind down leg. Going on to the inside of the caravan now, we're going to show you how the inside operates. As you come into the caravan, on the right hand side you'll notice there's some control panels. Now you've got your master control panel here to turn your master power. As you can see, at that point the voltmeter comes on. You've got your water level for onboard the caravan just here also, which tells you how much water you've got in the onboard tank. And you've got your water pump run on the right hand side here, and I'll show you how this works in a moment. First thing I'm going to show you is the trip switches for the caravan. That should be down in the front of the van down here. So underneath the front seating area, you've got your 12 volt fuses underneath here for the 12 volt systems on board the caravan. Each of them is individually marked, and there is a ampage on the left hand side to tell you what the ampage of each battery of each fuse should be. So that's your 12 volt fuses. Underneath the opposite side we've got your water tank, which I'm just going to show you the yellow drain down valve while we're underneath here. You need to have that yellow valve flat with the floor to fill the water system up on board the caravan. If that valve is upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it will drain all the water back onto the floor underneath the van. When you finish using the caravan, we do advise you drain it down completely, so you lift that valve upright so it drains the water system down. You then got your onboard water storage tank here. To control which way the water goes, you've got this valve here, and you just need to spin it into the right position, and inside of the tank you'll see there's a bung which you remove to drain the water tank down. That blue valve, that black valve that you see there, is the control valve for which way the water goes. If you don't want the water going into the onboard water tank just here, you need it pointing towards us, as you can see here. If you do, you need it in the inline position. Down the side of the tank, you've got a blue valve for draining this tank down, sorry. It's not on the inside, so this blue valve at the back here, you need to spin it all so it points upwards, and that'll drain this onboard water tank down for when you are travelling. So we're going to show you how to fill the water system now. Now, either if you're filling the onboard water tank or the hot water tank, you need to have all the taps open on the hot side of the water system up top here. Once you have that hot tap open, you've got two switches here. You've got internal at the top here, and at the bottom you've got external. If you have it on external, it will fill the hot water tank only. If you have it on internal, it will fill the onboard water tank. However, whichever way you fill this, you need to make sure the water system is running water out of every tap continuously on the hot side before you turn any of the taps off. So internal or external, you need to run the water system until you have water running out of every tap continuously. So as you can see now, we've got water running out the taps continuously. So I'm going to shut all of the taps back off, and at that point I can start thinking about warming the water on board the caravan. So there's two ways of doing this. There's either gas or mains electric. So to warm the water on mains electric, you have a switch down the front of the cabinet here. And you very simply turn this on, and it will allow the water heater to warm up on mains power. If you want to warm the water up on gas, on the opposite side of the caravan, you'll see there's a dial here. It says Ultra Store. You're going to spin this outer grey dial round to the flame symbol. So that little tab points to the flame symbol. And if it ignites, you're going to have a green pilot light here. If it fails to ignite, you're going to have a red light that appears in the back here. As you can see, it's failed to ignite because there's no gas bottle on board the van. We do advise you use the gas to boost the water system if you're going to shower on board the van. But you can also control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees on the dial here. And whichever number's above the green light is the temperature the water heater will warm up to. The next dial we come to is the Ultra Heat, so the actual heating for the caravan. Now this is the mains heating itself. So to control this again, you use the outer grey dial to select the power source you have coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. It will depend on what site you're on to what you set this to. So 500, 1000 or 2000, and then we can control the temperature of the heater on the dial in the centre here, between 1 and 9. The higher you go, obviously the hotter the heating will be. In front of the heater, you'll notice you have your gas heat, your heater itself. On the right hand side, you have the option to run gas into the heat. So you spin this dial around on the right hand side, hold down the gas valve, and when it ignites on gas, you'll have a pilot light in this window down the front here. Once it's ignited on gas, you'll continue to hold down the gas valve for further 5 to 10 seconds, then slowly release the gas valve. At that point, you'll then check that you still have a pilot light in the bottom here, and then you'll be able to control the heat of the heater on gas on the dial on top. To turn the gas supply off, you'll spin it back to the 0 here, and it will isolate the gas supply completely. On the left hand side here, you have your option for the blown air heating. So around the caravan, you'll see these little vents. On top, you'll have your fan speed here. The dot in the centre indicates the heat is going to come out the front of the heater. The wave symbol on the left hand side is continuous blown air. So that will then, once the heater has warmed up completely, when it's coming out the front, then you can turn on the blown air and the heat will start coming out the vents around the van. That's continuous blown air. On the opposite side, you have automatic blown air. So essentially it cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the caravan, and it will cut in and out as it is needed. So that is your heating system for the caravan. Coming into the bathroom now, we have an electric flush on the toilet just here. The toilet seat turns for your convenience, as you can see. However, when you're removing the toilet cassette from underneath the van, it needs to be in the straight on position. Below the toilet, you have your grey waste handle, and it's just on the far side here. When you're using the toilet, you need to pull it towards us here. And when you're not using the toilet, you need to have it in the closed position. You also need to have it in the closed position when you remove the toilet waste cassette from underneath the caravan. The little light on the top here will illuminate red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. Coming into the bedroom now, and the last thing I'm going to show you is the 240 trip switches in the bathroom area, in the bedroom area. If you're not sure if you've got mains power coming to the caravan, if you hit the test switch here on the right hand side and it trips the trip switch down, it means you have power coming to the caravan. If when you press the test switch, the test switch stays up on this right hand side, it means there is no mains power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. If If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you again. Bye bye.